randomly, but I wanted to hop on here quick. Uh, Barely ever do lives anymore. Don't do many live streams. Um, got some new D2 steel knives. This won't be a long live stream. I just had to go through a little bit of it. Everybody's already seen the Alpha Dog. That's my first real D2 steel. Yes, it needs to be oiled. I beat stuff with this thing, and it just never dies. It just, man, you can really whoop on stuff with that, right? So I figure, wow, I found some D2 steel knives that were a little cheaper. Maybe all D2 steel is not the same. Start out saying that. And I was wearing this shirt, and I had my sidearm, and I had an extra mag, and I'm lopping on these trees. I got some dead stuff that needs to come out anyways, and I figured that'd be a good spot. I was out at the land. I wanted to like practice chopping some stuff, doing whatever. I'll tell you what, with the mag holder and then the sidearm, I look like about, let me see if I turn that down just a little bit. I look like I was probably about that big while I was chopping stuff. I was like, man, that thing makes me look fat. Not flat, but fat. I was like, damn. I'm still gonna put the video up. Still crazy. So, quick test result type thing. This was one of the knives. I did a shorts video on each one of the knives that I had brought out today. This one I spent about, good evening, what's going on? I spent about 5 minutes with the thing, and then spent about another 5 minutes on video or something like that after showing it, and nothing but problems as far as I'm concerned. This sheath is so cool. It turns. You can ride that thing horizontal all day. It's just an awesome sheath. That handle felt great. It really felt great. Until I started trying to chop on stuff. No problems with anything fine. You can get your finger right in there and get up close if you want to. So I was like, man, this thing's gonna be a beast. But I'm sure you can kind of see it. Maybe not. I'm going to try to get up close with this thing real quick. You see the blade? I did not even too much. This is like oil and stuff, but if you look on the, right at the tip on there, you can see where it's like chipped up. I was hacking on some really hard wood. And the tip turned out perfect. I had no problems sticking it into stuff whatsoever. But that blade took a severe beating. It's just all chipped up just from smash. What we got here. You should definitely think about doing your own forge work, and I'm not just talking about making blades. Yes, I have done a little bit. We actually have a forge now. I'll leave it up at the Homestead Survivalist house. We did stuff like railroad tie stuff. Nothing real crazy yet. I haven't gotten into anything real crazy yet. That's a lot of work. And it just takes hours, but it is fun when we do have time. That's more of a fall winter thing that we do, it seems like. So we'll probably be back out there doing that again. But yeah, this was disappointing. I was just going to show that so you can see it. I started with tent stakes. Oh, very nice. Yeah, we got a whole bunch of railroad spikes that I don't know what I said before, ties, but the spikes that we hammered out into different knives and stuff, and it was a lot of fun. We've done it a few times now or whatever, but I don't know. It was a lot of fun. It's got a blower on there, and we were blowing on it with the fan or whatever, and it was a propane one. We got it hooked up to propane, and yeah, that's not getting any cheaper either. But either way, says D2 on it. Highly disappointed. Highly disappointed. And I love the sheath too. This thing was like positive click, won't come out. Has that little turn so you can take it literally just horizontal to vertical with no problem. Love the feel of that thing. When I was chopping and chipping this blade, it got me a couple times. That thing, and then maybe right in there somewhere, my pinky took a beating. I'll have the video up. I'm going to try to fix this before I finish that video. Try to get that blade better so it's not chipped, and then I'll go hack. I got some real hard wood that I'll try hacking on it and see if it does it again, if it just folds up or chips or whatever. So that was the first one. First one I did, first one I messed with. It didn't even make it through 10 minutes and it was already all boogered up. I guess if I wasn't chopping stuff, but I mean, I take my other one, my Alpha Dog, and I have beaten this fool. I have chopped this into stuff. I've batoned with this big fat boy, and the blade is like still this is just a freaking beast, this thing. It's got some weight to it. Chops real good. So I did that. I got this other one that doesn't have a good sheath. Another D2 steel knife. This was that Flissa or whatever it's called. Another full tang. I hammered on some stuff with the back of that thing. Boom, everything, right? This one had just like a nick. Literally, right? I mean, it's more of a mark. It's not even and the blade looks good. I bet you a swipe or two with this thing and this thing would be all good. Yeah, looks like that's gone. Any of that little thin stuff in one shot. Problem solved. You see a little tiny. Either way, this little guy performed excellent. The tip didn't break. I was stabbing it in, you know, and bending it to take it out. I did that with all of them. And this is pretty plain, but it's a lot like that Ozark trail knife that I got. Except this thing's tough. I mean, you can see I was putting it in. You can see where the tips are starting to wear. I mean, I was getting it in probably somewhere in there, wobbling it off, and then in some of the real hard stuff, it wasn't going quite as far. And I was trying to snap this thing basically. But yeah, it did good. This thing did good. Doesn't really chop much. It's so stinking small. I mean, if you look at the size difference here, it's just super small in comparison. But good for the pack. Sheath, I don't know. I might have to heat that thing up a little bit or something because this thing doesn't have that positive click. And this one's like $45. Ever try out Ozark Trails cast iron stuff? Is that cast iron, that one I have? I got one in my get home bag. And I started buying a couple of them, and I actually took that one. I think that last one I bought, I put in the ground. It's in one of my cash buckets. I don't know, that was cast iron. They weren't very expensive. They were like $5 or something. And they kind of look like this. I mean, they're kind of basic, but I mean, this, compared to this one here, this one I was thinking is like, yeah, man, I got another nice survival style knife. And this one's a little more bushcrafty, not too big. You can do all the little notches. You can feather stick everything to death, and you could probably use it if you had to get busy. I'm thinking you could probably get around stuff with this one, and you know, you could still hit stuff with it. It's full tang. Like the Ozark Trail that I've got a couple of actually. One was actually stainless, and the other one's same thing as this, like a stone wash kind of a thing or something like that. But this one did great. I didn't have any problems with this. I'd probably recommend this one. I do believe this one was like $30. And compared to the $45 one, that's all shiny and chipped up. But it's chipped. That thing is just, that thing pissed me off so bad. I wonder if you guys can see that chip. I don't know. It's not just one spot. I'm still a big fan of small to medium size in the Kukris. Oh yeah, I've got a Cold Steel. I had another one a while back. I can't remember the name of the company. And that thing was, you know, medium size or something like that. You know, it was bigger than this, but it wasn't like a huge one. Kind of like the Cold Steel. But this knife, yeah, I'm okay with this knife. I need to do something about the sheath because it's just not. I mean, if in the video even I say, well, you know, check this out, and the thing just slides out, falls, wipes right out. So both of those were on the shorts video, or each had their own shorts video today. And same with this one here. This one has kind of like the blade tech that I put onto the Alpha Dog. This one came with it. So it's not horizontal yet. But this one here was $30 also. I think this was like 110 or something like that. The Alpha Dog. This one's a beast. Got that positive click. D2 steel also. I was smashing stuff with this. I mean, I didn't even mess the handle up, really. I was smashing stuff with this. I was hitting that hard tree, bang. And my hand didn't slip off. I was putting shots into the tree sideways, bending this thing off. I was slicing with this thing. Bing, bing, smashing it into the trees. And I got some hard, what do you call that out there? We got a lot of walnut. And this thing, whoo, baby. In comparison to the Alpha Dog, this is like my super bushcraft knife kind of a thing. Survival knife, bushcraft knife, whatever you want to call it. And I really like it. I really like it for what it does. But this is not the, if you held this thing, it's like over a pound. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. That just happened. No! Rotate, unlock something, what? I don't know what that means. Device back. Yeah, got it. I was gonna say I recently purchased a Cold Steel Trailmaster buoy. Oh, nice. Yeah, I like Cold Steel. This thing just snapped right out of there. Probably got it leaned way too far forward or something. Who knows? I might hold it for a few. I'm only gonna be on for a few. I still got. You gotta be kidding me with this thing. I'm gonna have to hold on to it. Or tip this thing up some. I've gone through so many stands in the past. I don't even know. Sorry if I'm making you sick on that one. Jeez. I try to tilt it back a little bit. What a mess trying to do it with this thing. A super huge case on that thing. I'll see if it works again. This is why I don't do live streams. Something always happens. It's crazy. So, what was I saying? Yeah, so this is not much of a fighting blade as much as it is just a workhorse. And it's so damn fat. It's got weight. It's got everything. It doesn't move very fast for me compared to this one. And they are almost the same size. Definitely not the same thickness. I happen to enjoy the live streams. Well, maybe, I mean, I could start doing them a little bit more often. I've got a lot more time now as far as somewhere around this time maybe in the evenings because the wife went back to work and I just had to cut out sometimes at 9 o'clock, sometimes at 11 o'clock, sometimes at midnight. It's a screwy schedule. And today I'm only going to stay on for about a half hour. Because Risky Christie, I think is his name, he's got some live stream coming up, and I like some of that talk. I try not to do too much of that talk on here, but he's got some okay stuff that I like listening to. But yeah, so here's the two, and this one's just got it for me as far as as movement as far as, I mean, I stuck it in like this, you know. I gave it some across and then I hit it afterwards. The tip held up just fine. No, I mean, there's some wear on there because I beat on it for a few before and a few after. And maybe just a mark or two on there. But it's nothing like it's all like superficial. Unlike this other one, I don't even know what I'm going to do with it. Yeah, I took the marking off a little bit right there. You can still see, but I'm not going to use this thing for anything but, you know, I'm going to use it kind of like I do my TDI. I'm literally just going to use that if I need it. The only wear that thing has is me taking it in and out the sheath. I never really cut anything with it or nothing. And it's not like, this is what, 1480 Taiwan steel, the little TDI K-bar. And this thing's like on me when I sleep kind of a thing. This thing's like always with me. So it'd be nice to have something a little bit bigger. I'm not too into the tactical folders. I was trying this little guy out. I know I showed this little thing, but this is like ridiculous. I don't even like buying stuff that doesn't have like a Kydex to it. Look, I can't even get it out. Hold on. Recently been getting back into push style daggers. Oh yeah. Make the first oh, nice. Yeah, any of the push style stuff. I had a little Cold Steel Mini Pal neck knife I used to grab, you know, and it just come out a ½ inch or whatever it was. See, I thought this thing was pretty cool. This little guy for carrying around and stuff, there's nothing crazy about it. It's just a, you know, it is full tang and stuff like that. And I was thinking, like, you can get right inside that thing. And you could do some work with that. I'm pretty sure you could. But hey, hold on while I take this out. That's probably the worst part, unless I had some Kydex thing made for it or something. I might end up carrying that here and there, or putting it somewhere like off the mirror or something, so you could just yank it down if you had to, boom, out the window, or whatever it might be. It's kind of a cool little knife. It was so cheap too. It was like, I don't even know if that thing was like $10 or something. Maybe it wasn't even $10. But overall, that's that one. That's the one. This is the one that's gonna go onto the battle belt. I'll have to switch this over and get it so it's horizontal. And I'll put that right in the back like that. It's probably gonna be upside down. Unless I can turn that around. I'll put it on this side and do it that way. Freak, that way I could just reach in and grab. Ever try any of the Connor stuff as far as blade goes? Oh, Condor. No, I almost bought a Condor knife. That thing was $100, $110, something like that. One of them I saw. That thing looks so nice. I really like some of the knives that look like, let me put that beast away. This little guy, he had a nice handle on him. He did not go in a pack yet. This one came with another little Blade Tech thing. I've been noticing that they've been coming like that now, so this is kind of cool. So the Condor one has got that nice thick jimping or whatever you want to call it. This is one of the last ones that I was showing. The Condor blade looked kind of like that. What is that, like a flat grind or whatever they call it? It was a bit bigger, and I was debating on that or the tops, and I'm just like, I gotta stop buying knives. Like I could throw a chopper, you know, like and I had some of these out because I was messing around again, like that Schrade 52. This thing's just a beat up beast, and it just keeps going. But you know, I could throw a chopper, a medium-sized blade, and maybe almost a fighting knife. I don't have too many fighting style knives, but I could throw like 3 blades in each pack. Can never have enough knives. What says it right there? Yeah, I'm trying not to buy anything. Can never have too many knives, but at the same time, I'm like, I found some ammo that came down in price. I'm like, I gotta get ammo. I don't know if you saw the shorts video, but I had, we've been here now, I think I've paid the mortgage twice. This will be coming up like the third month, so I think I had a month off. So I've been here for almost 4 months or something like that, and I knew I was gonna have to do some plumbing work when I got the place and some roof and whatever, you know. So I'm gonna slowly go through and do it all. We had some galvanized pipes, and the things wiped out on me, and it like wiped out my emergency fund. I mean, I had just had a pump go out, so I was like, and I haven't been buying any ammo lately. And I went out shooting. I usually out shooting Friday lately since the wife's been back to work and everything. Like every Friday night, I'll go get out to the land, do my own thing, burn stuff, do whatever. So, and then sometimes Saturday and Sunday. And I'm complaining about the ammunition. I'm like, I need something here. This is killing me. I'm burning it off and I'm not buying it back. And then I'm out I bought 1, 2, and 3. Right, so I just got 3 new blades. What did I say, about 30, and that was like 46 or something like that. Never tries homegrown chewing tobacco. Got some done. Oh, nice. I don't know that I ever have. No, I'm actually gonna quit this. My attempt is to after midterms, November. I'll be done with it. Hopefully, that's my attempt. I've tried to slow down enough that I could ease myself off of it a little bit. And I had one for hours, and I was like on my way home. Well, I'm gonna do this real quick. And as soon as I got here, I took a picture. I was like, I'm gonna do a live stream 8:30. Yeah, never enough knives. I was just hoping to find out of these. I mean, I knew this was gonna be an attempt at a fighting weapon for myself. And yeah, I think it's gonna do that just fine. Like I said, I'll move this thing off to the other side and get this horizontal so I can put it on my battle belt, and that thing's probably gonna go there pretty quick. And I was hoping to get another decent D2, and I gotta cut that thing off. It just drove me nuts, and I only used it for a few minutes. It already drove me nuts, this thing. Yeah, I was hoping to get a couple things, and then this one here, I mean, got any bayonets? No, I had a Glock bayonet a long time ago. I don't even know where that went. I think I might have sold it to one of my buddies, to tell you the truth. He's begging me for it. I think it was when I had that Bulgarian Arsenal or whatever. Was it a Glock one? I think it was a Glock one, and then I think I ended up getting the Bulgarian one at that time. Yeah. Yeah, it was pretty nice. It was just, my buddy was begging me for it. So couldn't find any more at the time. And, yeah, I think I sold it to him. And I do believe he might still have that. It was actually a decent setup for a bayonet. Oh, and then we got these ones. It was kind of almost a joke. They were cheap. They were short. They were fat. Short, fat things, right? And they barely poked out much past your barrel of your pistol. You could put them right onto the front of the pistol, and it stuck out. I don't know if it was an inch or something like that at the end of your barrel. It was pretty cool, but it was all shiny. You know, it hooked right onto the rail. It came with a connection for the rail. It was like a little rail pistol bayonet. It was kind of funky. I don't even remember who I sold that one to or gave to or whatever. I was just like, you know, you can't really. It makes the draw extra long. It makes putting it out there. I guess if you were running around with it in your hand all the time, you ran out of ammo, it might have worked. It seemed kind of cheap though, some cheap steel or something like that. And yeah, but I don't know. Yeah, bayonets. There's a use for them if all goes bad. Yeah, so I don't know. I was just hopping on for a few minutes. At least I got one good blade out of the deal. Actually, I think I got this other one too. I just got to do something about this sheath. I'm literally going to have to like melt it down or something because that thing will just fall right out. But it's kind of plain, but it just did everything so easy, and you could still use it in defense if you had to. I mean, or offense. I always say defense, you know, self-defense, but it's like an offensive weapon, obviously. A knife is pretty offensive, usually. But, yeah, I don't know, guys. I'm just, Just getting back, literally. I smell like smoke still. Besides the one cigar that I did have. I had a little mini cigar, a little Swisher Sweet thing or something while I was out there, just for fun. I do that every once a month or something like that, just for the heck of it. Yeah, I don't know. I'm burning stuff, ripping and tearing over there. Got a beat up old trailer, smashing it with sledgehammers and axes and burning stuff, and got to turn in all the aluminum still. I'm gonna use the aluminum to buy some blocks to build some little shelter out there. And we're got a charcoal plant, so no worries. Oh yeah, charcoal plant. Damn, that's got to be kind of cool though if you can get charcoal cheaper. If you can get some sort of discount, you might need it this year with all the crazy talk and the electric and the heating and everything. Yeah, I don't know. I gotta work on this blade though. I know that. There's one thing I'll be doing this evening until I get ready, but I'm gonna go hop off now and go check out that Risky Christie, because he's got like a live stream. He was talking about violence and action or something like that, and he's usually got some pretty good stuff. He usually keeps a mask on so no one knows what he looks like or whatever, but he's got some okay stuff, and I like tactic stuff. He's got some okay tactics, a lot from he'll be there as well. Oh, nice. Yeah, maybe I'll write down in the comment section or something. And yeah, so any updates with any of these two after I come out with the videos on these things? I switched over to other channel. It was like a sound channel that I had going, and I was trying to like actually make money on that channel instead of being a channel like this where I can't even afford a box of 9mm bullets every month. On this channel, because you know nobody likes anything too crazy, or they don't go YouTube, whatever it is, and I already got some warnings or whatever, so now it's going to be strike time. So I turned the other channel into the BC channel, so it's just Always Survive BC. And so like any of the updates, like I did an update video on this the other day, the Alpha Dog, just saying like, look, this thing's still going. I think I did one on the Schrade. Maybe that was one too. So I just switched that channel over. I'm gonna be putting a little bit of stuff over there, here and there. Not as much as this channel, but I didn't even finish this thing. I didn't finish the video on this one because I was so pissed off. But all right, well, have a good night, and we'll see you soon. Thanks for stopping by. And there'll be some knife reviews coming up. So have a good night. Thanks for watching and talking and commenting and just being here. Later.